Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the green grass of home of Koewacht. Our home ground is about to witness the biggest game in this club's career. It's been going since 1945. Here we are, decades later, about to play Feyenoord Rotterdam. We welcome them in the RKVV Beker. What a game. What a game. Transition. Look at that. 17 out of 26 games played in the league. We're on 17 wins, no drop points, 91 goals for, and 51 points. Bias, despite coming off the bench recently, is topping the goals table. Scored coming off the bench. 17. Saidi up there again. Anwar Saidi, 11. Carlson stuck there on 9. Hernandez, 9. Vega, 8. Equal the answer, also on 8. And Knoll sneaking up there on 7. Bias is still on top of their ratings, with Hernandez creeping up behind him. 19 assists for Hernandez, 14 for Bias, 11 for Nikolai Lund, who does not play for us. And Tace Janssen with 13 clean sheets out of 17 games. That's pretty damn good going. I would take that any day. Especially as we move up the league. But here's the business at hand. RKVV Koewacht versus Feyenoord Rotterdam. Now, before we even get into that, because it's a big game. Yes, we lost some players there. Osterland, some of you might remember. But Balin snuck under my nose. I didn't realise he wasn't contracted, and there he's gone, $775 per month to Roda Jase Kerkrade. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. I should have. That's my fault. Don't blame him. It's all on me. So we've had a few players leave. Julic, Sipsi, not made much of an impact on the first team. Since we signed Manhoef, late in January we signed this fellow, Julisen Alves Arroyo, who's goalkeeper, 13, 15 and 12 of the big three, but good at handling, good on the one-on-ones. Not so great with his feet, but and unambitious. But he's 19. He's playing at that level. If he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. No problem. But we've got somebody there to cover in the 19s, as we always want. This fella, Regis, he's German. He's 18. Very good jumping reach. He's 6'1", so he's like a salmon almost. Not far off it. Decent composure at 11, very brave, very determined, very good tackler at 14. Heading and marking are okay. So we'll see how he gets along, but he's good for the under-19s for a couple of seasons, so that's all well and good. That's covered there. Eduardo. Nominally a central attacking midfield, but we're training him on central midfield on attack. Good acceleration and pace, 14 and 13. Very good work rate. Decent off the ball. Can finish a bit too. His anticipation's all right, but I like his determination. Bit of flair going on there. So very handy. We'll see how he comes along. The 19-year-old. He's again the under-19s. Now we're talking. This fella, Gonzalo Silva. From Argentina. If we go to the report, so I'll show you here. He's now awkward in the DL role, but he's been playing fantastically well. He's been getting 8s and 9s in the league. He played his first game, got an 8.8 and average of So 8.9 he's averaging in his new position. Going very, very well. Oops, let's move it forward. Good with both feet. So he's an ideal inverted winger. He can already play inverted winger, so we're just going to use him as an inverted fullback. He's very, very good. Good crossing versatility. I like this guy. He's in the first team squad, and he'll be getting some game time, no doubt about it. Nicolas Figueroa. He's in the under-19s. He's 19 from Peru. 14 finishing, 15 heading, 13 composure. First touch is not ideal, but he's got good acceleration and pace, a very fit player. Work rate could be better, but he's very good off the ball. And his passing is reasonably good at 8. Currently injured with torn knee ligaments. Great. And that was after we signed him, of course. Not before. And somebody else to take note of, a 23-year-old Brazilian, Juliano, because he's Brazilian, Juliano Fabro. It's very consistent. Got no leadership skills, but, you know, passing 13, work rate 12, vision 12, teamwork 12, all those 12s and 11s. Could easily be all green there in the not-too-distant future. He's been dipping a bit with the training, but I expect that to improve in the not-too-distant future. And he'll get first-team football, no doubt about it. So that's the players in, and we've seen the players out, but Balin was the one I was not looking forward to. And this is probably going to be our first loss. I say that now. Because it's likely. If we can pull this off, we'll never beat it. So they're 2-1 on. We're 9-2 against, and it's 13-5. So it's not bad odds. And they've been playing very, very strongly indeed. So there's plenty to look forward to. It's a breezy evening here at Sport Park Berlare in Koewacht. 1,000 tickets sold. It's a very poor pitch now. If there's any rain or anything like that, we're expected to be, postponed. It's going to be very, very hard going. It might even it up for us, though. We'll see how we go. The team selection. Come on. There we go. Janssen, David, Mbaye, Abrahams, Esaias, Herrera, Knoll, Noyoks, Vega, Hernandez, and Baez on the first team. And Abadia, Opdam, Aktas, Juliano Fabro, Zitman, Baez, and Carlson are on the bench. So I think that's pretty strong. That's about as strong as we get. Let's get stuck in. So again, here we go. Just as we announced, but I'm not too familiar with any of the players here. Orkan Kochu, Bale maybe, and seems that Van der Peel's been doing. No one on the bench that I know. Somerville, no. All new to me. I'm no bloody expert anyway. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. That's plays into our hands a little bit, but if we can keep the ball against these guys, then we've got a shot at it. Let's go to the dressing rooms. I'm going to hand over to the assistant. Went decently. Okay. Let's go. Pause it. You're playing it back to the keeper. From only commentary, we move on to key highlights, and boom, back it goes. Quickly, Abrahams, and back to Hansen again. They're trying to press him. That could be a mistake. Vega. We've had all the ball, and now we've got 71. Doing a decent job in the first few minutes keeping the ball, so that's decent. The more we keep the ball, the more we can limit their opportunities, which is at least half of what we need to do. So we've had a couple of shots on goal, all right. Oh, we don't need a nervous Byers because he's been the difference. They're in the green. And they've missed an opportunity there, that's for sure. That looked like a good chance for them. I'm going to wait a little while before we do anything. Well done by Janssen. Okay. There's a demand more shout. Just as this was starting, so I thought I'd follow through. Van der Zijl. Byers, come on, son. He's nervous. And that was the difference because the nerves, we know he's nervous. The first two games that we saw against Eredivisie opposition, he put those away. And if he can't, well, then we're under far more pressure. If he stays nervous, I think our chances are very much diminished. Senesi back there to Van der Zijl. Maar now with a chance to open things up. Van der Peel, Toornstra, Sinistera. And that's the breakthrough. I don't expect to see much in terms of the red with people getting a bit more complacent than usual. Yeah, they opened us up some very good play. That's a goal kick. Another chance for them. I thought that was a very good chance for them. Oh, they're starting. It's starting to. Oh, we're hanging on a bit. Unfortunately, our striker is not up to it today. But I'm going to persist and see if I can get him out of it in the next few minutes. So with the yellow, I'm going to go with the demand more. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, it worked on a few of the players. Unfortunately, our striker has been overwhelmed by the occasion. I've persisted because he's been so good, and there's a way of turning his mentality around. Then, well done, David. Both the keeper and Janssen and David did extremely well there. Another scramble. Done very well to hang on. Okay, time to make some changes. Can only make two. It's unfortunately, I've got to take this fella off, who's been magnificent. I'm going to persist with Hernandez for a little while longer. Not that much. Norjokes is off for Zitman. Zitmon. David launches it forward. Carlson. Oh, Knoll with a golden opportunity there. That was beautifully opened up. I think it's going to have to be Hernandez. Oh, God. Yeah, I've got to make the change. Bias for Hernandez. Yep. Vega's not playing well, but at least he's got the green going. They made their switch. Okay, demand more. That's all I can do. It's the only one that works. Very even possession. Can we get anything? A bit more even in terms of the shots, but oh, good night. Well, we're creating chances here. Oh, it's a counter. Damn. Jansen. How much can we build up and buy? Vega. Surrounded. Find support there with David. Space there for Bias. Got a man on him. But he's got support there. Herrera now launches it towards Vega. Oh, he could have done so much better, and that would have been, well, probably less than we deserved, but oh my word, it's not that we haven't had chances. So have they. I've got to give it another shot. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, backs have responded well. Oh dear. Well, I think it comes down to how important the mentality is, because Byers was just nervous from the get-go. And I think if he'd been just evenly composed, I think we've got a different game, because as you can see, we're highly competitive. They did very well in terms of the possession compared with other teams. So, but we won it as far as that's concerned. Three cards to 2 in terms of the yellows. Fouls, we made a lot of fouls. More shots on target from them. We had 3 out of 13. We had a striker who was out of sorts on the day. 16 to 13 shots, so highly competitive. Jansen, a good game, 7.1, 8 shots saved. And Noah, not his best game, but not a disaster by any stretch. Jansen finally beaten today. He's done very well for us. But it's been a great tournament, no doubt about it. We've had some great wins, and we were highly competitive here. No bad performances. Some maybe just a bit under par, but no bad performances. That's all good, yeah. We gave everything, that is true. Byers ended up getting a 6.8, but it was really his mentality he had to come off. Carlson able to match him, and I think did a little bit more. Byers was okay when he came on. Zipman was okay when he came on. So a little bit of improvement when we brought on the replacements, but it was marginal. We weren't really able to affect the game the way that we wanted to. Just the 3 yellow cards. It's always going to be difficult. And I said beforehand, it's probably going to be our first loss. It was a team that's massively bigger than us. Huge. If we'd played Den Haag or Dordrecht or Helmond or Alkmaar or Nijmegen, I reckon anyone but Ajax and Feyenoord, we go to the next round. The way we're playing, and with this tactic, it works, man. It works. Is there anything that else we need to look at? Yeah. Well, let's have a look and see the games coming up. Because we're out of this. We've got the rest of the league games for this month. And then on the Thursday, we're away to Holsteren in the District Baker quarterfinal. But we'll be back for the 6th of March. Would we have won the competition by then? We'll be very close against VV Koewacht. Have a chance to see some other players, I think. And all going well, we'll be back on the 3rd of March. The 10th of April. Oh, the 10th of April after that. For Tilburg, when we should have it all wrapped up. But we'll see how we progress. We've still got that cup game to play. And, we return the green grass. What an event it was. A packed out ground. One of the great European clubs and one of the great Dutch clubs, that's for sure, in Feyenoord, Rotterdam, and we gave them one hell of a match. Just the one goal in it, 1-0, and I think we can be very proud of ourselves. We've got a very decent side here, and we're only going to get better. What a game, huh? What an event. This was worth it. See you next time.